Welcome to another exciting episode from Marvelous Videos. I'm your host, Tia Ayer. The Boys presents Diabolical, Vought in 3D, Episode 4, Explored. Hello and welcome back to another Marvelous video. Today we are continuing to review The Boys Diabolical. We will be talking about the 4th episode today, so if you have missed out on the previous 3 episodes, you can find them on our channel. The episode we will be talking about today is titled Vought in 3D. It's also one that is least tied to the rest of The Boys' mythos. Vought in 3D does not pay homage to any particular animation style or legendary cartoon. New Girl writer Eliot Glazer wrote the episode directly by Naz Ghodrati-Azadi, who is most known for her Dreamworks contributions. The visual tone of Vought in 3D owes more to Folivari, the episode's selected studio. Stinky Dog and Ernest and Célestine, both made by the French animation firm, have a rustic visual style with apparent pencil strokes, similar to comic book graphics. So without wasting any time, let us dive right into our story. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin.
This really fucking hurts!
Vought in 3D. In the opening scene, we see our protagonist, Boyd Dune, walking other people's dogs while contemplating how his life sucks by checking out his social media feed, filled with other people enjoying their lives. After returning the dogs to their owners, he returns to his apartment after he collects his letters from his mailbox. He notices his next-door neighbor's letter among his own, a neighbor that he has been crushing on. So naturally, he thought of taking his chance and handing her the letter personally so he could get noticed. And at the last moment, he panics and returns to his room. He checks his phone to see if Sherry, his neighbor, had posted a selfie with a cat filter, so that he opens up his camera and tries out different filters till he reaches a Vought International filter. It is a filter that allows the user to look like one of the soups from Seven. So after trying out a Homelander filter, he receives a pop-up message which says, "Product tester needed." After clicking on it, he gets another flash message which says, "Unleash the inner you." Cut to the following setting. We are inside the Vought Towers now, and we can see our protagonist signing on a waiver form while 2 scientists explain to him how their new experiment, a prototype moisturizer, works. Apparently it is designed to sculpt a person's features in response to his imagination. If you apply this cream on your face and imagine you look like Brad Pitt from Troy, you will look like Brad Pitt from Troy. After application, Boyd feels excruciating pain for a few moments, but soon enough his face transforms into that gorgeous-looking man. Not only has his face, but his physique also becomes hunky. The scientist hands him the rest of the moisturizer but tells him to use it wisely. He immediately impresses Sherry and starts to go out with her and do couple things, which are shown in a montage like eating out, playfully fighting, and putting pictures together on social media. Bleh. Yes, I'm single. They also used my favorite Dua Lipa song as the background music for the montage. So anyway, one thing leads to another and both end up making love in Boyd's apartment. After their session, when Sherry goes to the toilet for a tinkle, she sees the jar of moisturizer beside the sink. To his shock, Boyd found Sherry wholly transformed into a cat the next day. You know, with pointy ears and tails and a whisker, the whole package. But that didn't seem to bother him much as they continued to date. As they went out, everyone started to stare at them and click their pictures or videos. So, to sensationalize themselves, they began to make their presence felt deep in front of the cameras, leading both of them to gain massive social media followers and become mini celebs. Soon the attention and fast life became dull, and they started having problems and obstacles in their lives, leading to public notoriety and a public nuisance. Vought decided to stop their trial and not give them any more of the moisturizer, which ultimately leads to a big physical fight between Boyd and Sherry for the last drop of the moisturizer left in the jar, which eventually goes to waste as it dropped into the toilet. Fast forward to 1 month from this incident, we see our protagonist checking out his social media feed and missing his famous life and his flame Sherry. The bell rings and it's Sherry, but the roles have reversed this time. She is here with a letter that was supposed to be delivered to Boyd. She claims that she sees Boyd correctly now, and they patch things up and embrace. What a lovely ending, right? How I wish this were true. But the truth is, as they were about to embrace, the scene cut to inside the Vought Tower again. We see Boyd sitting on the same chair, and his face all wrinkled and melted as a result of the moisturizer's side effect. So all of the above, starting from when he applied the moisturizer, was just a hallucination inside his brain. It's what he hoped for, but unfortunately he never left the chair. He must have done all of the imagining in like a minute or two. As the scientist explains, she's applied too much of the moisturizer, and Boyd's whole head explodes like a volcano. What a messy ending to a love story. I love it.
Dune? Boyd? So, how much compound fee?
Our final thoughts? This episode does a great job of emphasizing the concept of vanity and how genuine beauty lies within rather than the outside. It is an excellent chapter on reality and truth. Social media is a dysmorphic prism that distorts our perceptions of ourselves and others while numbing us to what matters most in life. That is what this is about. I want to point out that the story style of this episode is similar to a famous French short film released in 1961. The name of the film is La Riviera du Hibou. It was also released 3 years later on American television in the 5th season of the popular anthology series The Twilight Zone, in the 22nd episode of the season. It was titled An Occurrence at Owl Creek Bridge. You need to check it out on YouTube and you will understand what I'm trying to say. Boyd in 3D has a great ebb and flow in its narration treatment. It builds on a strong idea and delivers on the promise of making Vought appear completely ridiculous. The concept and drama are not original, but the true winners here, as Diabolical delivers yet another excellent episode. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave us a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a great one. Be safe. Thanks, everyone.
Fire us? Yes, we can. You signed the contracts, dipshits.